Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D-Style. Here I'm being joined by the one and the only What's up,
G-Funk, what's
G-Funk?
up? What's
What, you want
going
some?
on, man?
You want some?
Hold on. There we go.
What, you want some? You want some? All right. Anyway, thanks to everybody joining us live, man. This is going to be a great show. This is Mexican and Latino Tuesday, brought to you by D-Style Boxing. You see that? See that? You can see the G-Funk logo. You can see D-Style Boxing all together as well. It just goes. All right.
It's almost like a fight promotion, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. No doubt about that. All right. Make sure you guys throw a jab. Throw a jab at that button if you're listening on archive. Tell us what you think, man. Put a comment down there. Okay, on this new look here. Make sure you throw that jab. Or you want to throw a hook at it, that's fine. Just don't break your screen. We'll be all right. Okay. We got the polls up. We got some polls up, G-Funk.
Oh, yeah. Right. I've been all in them, man.
All right, so talk to me. Who did you vote for in the eliminator? I need to know.
I voted for the real deal, man.
The real deal, Holyfield?
Yeah, that was my favorite heavyweight growing up, so I had to show him some love in the polls, man.
Let's show him some love in the polls. Absolutely, man. And again, I just want to let people know that the names of those that have deceased have been already put out there, and it's been a tough week here in El Paso. I know G-Funk has experienced something similar in his hometown. You know, I want to say, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody, because I mean that, but in no way, shape, or form do I think that's a solution. I think more stuff has to be done. So keep posted this weekend. I got a Patreon coming, so you guys can check me out on any political talk. I can't do it here on YouTube because they're already on me. Okay, so what are you going to do? So, but make sure you go vote on these polls. All right. So let me show you guys where you vote. Okay, first of all right. So let me show you guys here really quick. Check it out. Right. So here are the polls. Okay, this is the of course, talking about this tonight's show. That's the schedule for you guys to go ahead and take a look at that. And this is the poll right here. We got 69 votes. We've already met the 65 minimum votes required for someone to advance. The winner advances to the championship round next week for a chance to win and have an appreciation week. Of course, we got Bernard Hopkins, Miguel Cotto, and Winky Wright on deck waiting for the winner of this poll to see who gets an appreciation week next. All right, so we got Kelly Pavlik hanging in there at the brink of elimination. He needs at least 10%. I mean, he's not quite there right now. He can get eliminated. So you may want to consider Kelly Pavlik vote. Glenn Johnson, the road warrior, in the mix. Evander Holyfield dominating right now with about 50%. But Paul Williams about 30% hanging in there, G-Funk. He's hanging in there.
Yeah, he's hanging in there, man. But let's go Holyfield, man. I loved Holyfield growing up. So I would love to come on the show and talk about him, man.
Absolutely. Go vote on those polls. Take a moment right now and vote on the polls. Share the video so people know we are live, by the way. All right. G-Funk, first question I want to ask you right away. The fight on Saturday, it is Mexican Latino Tuesday after all. Mexican heavyweight, Chris Arreola. Should he retire? Should he just go down and level opposition? What should he do?
Yeah, that's kind of a tough question because, I actually thought he looked pretty good in there on Saturday. I always mess the guy's name up who he fought, so I'm not even going to attempt to say it again. But, I felt like he won the fight for sure. But Arreola, he did some nice things in there, man. He was, he looked pretty good. But, from after the fight, it looked like he probably, I don't think he really wants to continue fighting anymore. Although, like I said, I do think it looks like he's got something left, but it's all up to him, man. It's his decision. If he feels like his body can handle, the training and the punishment of these fights, then keep on going. But if not, then like my mom always said, better safe than sorry. So maybe call it a day if he can't handle it no more.
Yeah, well said, man. I think he should, man. I don't think there's any need. He made a good money, pretty decent money. Hopefully, he starts investing in his money. If he does keep boxing, I think he needs to bring it down a notch in level of opposition for sure. Because I'm telling you, man, it's this is the heavyweight division. These are big punches up there. He took a lot of punishment in this fight. It was an exciting fight, but I think it's time to call it a day. That's just my opinion. He could do whatever he wants. All right, we got a hell of a show for you guys tonight. We'll be doing a prospect watch a little later on. So you guys keep an eye on that. And this is for our dude, Afro Rican, who requested this. He's a big supporter of the channel, so we're definitely going to do that. So keep an eye on that. Big story right now, G-Funk. Canelo stripped from the IBF. Well, not that was last week, but I do want your opinion on that. He was stripped by the IBF. And of course, he came out on Twitter and said, hey, I don't know anything about this. I don't know what the hell's going on, et cetera, et cetera. Well, what are your thoughts about this, man?
Oh, man, I could go on for a long, long time about this situation, but I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet here. Yep. Yeah, it's a little disappointing because, I felt like the fight against Jacobs that happened in May, I felt like Canelo fought very good that night. I felt he deserved to win that night. And then, hearing talks about him wanting to become the first Mexican undisputed middleweight champion, those are all great things to hear, man. But then 3 months later, he gets stripped because, they can't meet a date with Derevyanchenko, right?
Yeah.
Derevyanchenko. And now the belt's gone. And, I don't know if there was ever even any plans to fight Demetrius Andrade, who had the WBO. So, yeah, it's a crazy situation. It's very disappointing. The matchmakers or whoever's doing the matchmaking over there at Golden Boy, I think they called him out. I didn't read the whole thing, but I think they ended up naming the guy who who was supposed to be setting Canelo up or whoever with these fights. And it just didn't happen for whatever. And it's not looking good, man. Golden Boy is having some trouble here, man. And it's too bad because I was looking forward to seeing another big card on September, man. The Mexican holiday, which Canelo wanted. He said he wanted those dates. He said it was a big deal to him. So, yeah, it's very disappointing, man, in my opinion. And I don't know what's gonna happen now, man.
Very well said, man. By the way, you guys make sure you throw a jab at that like button. All right. Check this out. By the way, if you didn't, make sure you check yesterday's show with Haplotype. We did the weekend recap. Make sure you guys check that out. All right. Let me tell you, G-Funk, I'm going to read over some tweets here. I got the tweets.
Okay? Yeah.
All right. Won't be doing share screen for this because I want to read through it really quick. Just so people kind of understand here. Okay. So he put one in English, one in Spanish. It says, Canelo says, I'm very upset and ashamed with my fans. He didn't. Let me read in Spanish and then I'll translate it because he didn't translate his own. I think it went to Google Translate.
And, probably, yeah.
Estoy muy molesto y apenado con mis fans de haber sido despojado de mi cinto por la FIB. Pero especialmente porque nunca tuve conocimiento del acuerdo firmado por el matchmaker de Golden Boy Promotions. Come on, bro. Matchmaker in Spanish, Canelo. Come on, bro. Okay? Anyway, he's basically saying he's not ashamed with his fans. Okay? I don't know what that translation is about, but he's upset and feels, ashamed. For his fans is a better way to translate it, because he feels he was unfairly stripped, and definitely he did not know about an agreement apparently that Golden Boys Promotions, a matchmaker, made with the IBF, which is interesting. He also tweeted out, por mi parte, seguiré como siempre con la disciplina y con ganas de seguir triunfando. So in other words, he's going to keep doing everything he can in his power and his abilities to keep, his success moving forward and, to be triumphant in the sport of boxing. All right. Just a couple of things here. a couple of things here. This is what Oscar De La Hoya said. I stand behind every single one of my soldiers during battle. And he said, he shouted out his matchmaker, and he says, is the best matchmaker in the business. He has been the best and top promoter for a reason. It's called loyalty, hard work, intelligence, and family. I find it interesting. He says he's behind his shoulder, but he's talking about his matchmaker, not his fighter.
Right.
Any thoughts about that?
No, just go ahead and continue reading, man. I'm interested to hear the rest.
He also and then he name dropped. People on YouTube name drop, but whenever they want people on their side. But De La Hoya said, why do you think Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao would never fight for the IBF?
Oh boy, yeah.
Let's shout them out, and of course, you guys could check out those tweets, man. But this to me is very interesting. Roberto Diaz, by the way, I believe that's the matchmaker. Gracias a todos ustedes que me mandaron apoyo. Si lo agradezco y de corazón, especialmente a dos personas que siempre me dan escuina. Oscar De La Hoya y Make a War. I'm not sure who that is, by the way. It's a Twitter handle. No hay palabras para agradecer más que somos familia, okay? Y vamos adelante, que nada. Look, he's basically praising De La Hoya for being on his side. De La Hoya, I mean, he sided with his matchmaker here over his fighter, bro.
Yeah, there's some confusion going on there, man. They got to get this thing cleaned up right away because it's looking bad. They even got, I mean, we're going to touch on this later, but even other fighters under Golden Boy's promotion are upset with them, man. So something's going on there, man, for sure.
I want to read the official Golden Boy. Okay, I want to read the official Golden Boy statement. Statement from Oscar De La Hoya regarding the IBF's decision to strip middleweight world champion Canelo Alvarez. Chairman and CEO of Golden Boy has issued the following statement in response to the International Boxing Federation decision to strip middleweight world champion Canelo Alvarez. We are extremely disappointed at the IBF for forcing the world's best fighter to relinquish his world title. We have been in serious negotiations with Sergei Devinchenko's promoter. We offered his team an unprecedented amount of money for a fighter of his limited stature and limited popularity, but the truth is that now certain they never had any intention of making a deal, but instead they wanted to force us to relinquish Canelo's belt. This is an insult to boxing and, more importantly, an insult to the boxing fans of the world. This decision validates already existing concerns about the credibility of the IBF World Championship. Canelo inherited a mandatory challenger by defeating Daniel Jacobs, the man who beat Derenchenko, to strip him of the world title, without giving him enough time to make the best fight possible is truly what is wrong with boxing. And I plan to aggressively consider legal actions, all legal actions possible. He's basically threatening to sue the IBF, bro. He's threatening to sue. You think Canelo really cares that much about the IBF for them to be suing and all this other shit?
No, absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
This is crazy. I never even heard that. That is crazy to hear. So now, I thought that that's the whole point of being undisputed, right? You pick up these belts, you inherit these mandatories, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know what's Oscar going to sue them for following their own rules or like.
Yeah, he's going to sue for following their own rules. Él quería las fechas solo porque Floyd las tenía, says Haplotype. What does that mean? What's the translation, G-Funk? You know the translation?
Oh, no, I don't, man.
Anyway, the translation is he wanted those dates only because Floyd Mayweather wanted those dates. And then mis fans. Like, come on, bro. You got to do it better. Come on, Canelo.
Yeah.
Okay. El IBF es basura, como siempre. The IBF is trash.
Always trash, yeah.
All right. Le gustan sacar el título sin querer. They like to just strip people for no reason. Okay. Who is the biggest star in the Golden Boy? Not named Canelo. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Right at the top of my head. Yeah, Oscar, yeah. Salute, D-Style panel and check. Clifton Bronson in the house. What's up, the Boxing Dialogue? That's right, Boxing Dialogue. Canelo doesn't care about the IBF. He cares about the checks. Ryan is a prospect. He isn't a star. His age, J10. Um, you know, just to move on here. Ryan Garcia, bro, what do you make of this mess? Well, before you give me your thoughts, man, I just want to read over some Ryan Garcia tweets, if you don't mind.
Go
Okay.
ahead, man. Go ahead.
And he said the following to my fans. Yes, I was supposed to fight Romero Duno in September. I decided not to go with that because I wanted to fight him as the main event in November and not some co-main event on a card that will be driven by me. I also elected to fight the guy that gave Duno problems for September. The bottom line is I deserve the right promotion for fights with the full time to promote and not be thrown into a fight and have myself do the whole promotion. Knowing my fan base, they will tune in no matter what, but I deserve to have the full promotion fight with Duno. He wants the main event. He doesn't want to be in the pre-main event. He wants to be the whole show. He says that I'm the one that brings the crowd. What are your thoughts about that, G-Funk?
I actually agree with what Ryan Garcia is saying. I mean, I think that he's got a pretty strong growing fan base, man. You know, surprisingly, I was talking to some people about him at work, and a couple of them actually knew who he was, and I was a little shocked. You know, most casual fans don't really know who Ryan Garcia is, but he's starting to get, you know, he's starting to pick it up as far as the fans go. But I agree, man. I mean, if you know, I think he could have done well on this card if he was the main event. You know, I really do. But somebody is definitely dropping the ball over there, man, because this is getting ugly, man.
A lot of issues in 1 week.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what it is. It's a lot of issues in 1 week, bro. It is insane.
Yes,
right?
It is.
So, I mean, what are you going to do? Chargers 913 says Ryan Garcia is a prima donna, thinking he's better than he is. Huge ego. Look, man, I kind of agree with that.
I do too. Yeah.
He's not a star yet. Like, he's not what I don't think Ryan Garcia is not a star. All right.
No.
Like, followers on social media that doesn't necessarily translate into people that actually pay to watch you fight. I'm not saying he's not a draw, right? But I don't think he's in a position to be pulling out of fights because he fights, by the way, that he was already kind of agreeing to. But all of a sudden, somebody got in his ear and said, hey, Ryan, you're the draw, Ryan.
Yeah.
Come on, Ryan. Like, somebody got in his ear and told him that. You don't think?
No, that sounds like something that probably did happen. And yeah, I agree with that last comment. You know, he's not a star yet, but you know, you can't fault a guy for trying to, you know, make some money, you know, and try to put himself out there, you know. But it is disappointing that the fight's not happening, you know. Yeah, I just wish they would get this stuff cleaned up right away, man, so we could see some more fights, man. We've had a great summer of fights, you know, and then why end it on a bad note like this, you know?
Yeah, they definitely, like you said, they gotta get their act together in house so this doesn't go out on, like, why are they, like, Golden Boy should already have a relationship with their fighters where, like, hey Ryan, before you tweet something else, like, give us a call, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shoot me a text, okay? Don't put it on social media, right? Like, it's just kind of strange to me. And Canelo's coming out saying, hey man, I can't believe this happened, and I didn't even know what the hell the matchmaker was doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy that this is
I find that hard to believe, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's what he said. It's what he said. So Ryan Garcia as a fighter, man, what are your opinions? Like, I think a lot of people are hard on Ryan Garcia. I think he has room for improvement, but I don't think he's that bad. I think he has a future in the sport. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think he does have a good future. Yeah, you know, I do sense that also, that, you know, some people don't really like him for whatever reason. I don't know if it's the videos that he puts out of him hitting the mitts super fast and, you know, the little cockiness. You know, you got to have confidence, especially when you're a boxer, man. I mean, you get in the ring, you know, you're potentially getting hurt in there, and, you know, you got to be confident that you're going to go in there and do what you got to do to win, you know. But I think he does have a nice future if they build him the right way, you know. And, you know, I thought that, honestly, he was the first person I thought of when for Canelo was gone. You know, I was thinking, well, they could put Garcia there, but it didn't happen.
So check it out, man. Would Ryan Garcia sell out the Staples Center StubHub? Asked AJ10. What do you think? You think he's that big of a star right now where he would sell out? I don't think he is.
I don't think the Staples Center. I think he could pack the StubHub, but I don't know if it'll be sold out. I think
You didn't say sell out. I heard you. He packed the house, right? but maybe not a sellout, but a packed.
It would be a nice crowd. Yeah, I think you could get a nice crowd there at the StubHub.
All right, A-Rod83 says he's a lot better under Reynoso training. I got to be honest, I'm a little limited as far as that. Do you know anything about that?
I think he's talking about he trains with Canelo now, I think, right? Ryan Garcia. Isn't that his trainers, the Reynosos? Yeah.
Well, we can get a fact check on that for AJ10, so I have an excuse to use the AJ10 fact checker. Okay. Anyway, I just want to use it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, you know, let me say this, man. Ryan Garcia, bro, what he is doing right is a social media, man. This kid is doing such a good job promoting himself on social media, getting his name out there. A lot of guys aren't doing that, bro. Like a lot of guys, they just want the promoter to do everything. In the age of social media, look how many. I think this dude has over 1 million. Can somebody give me, do you know the number? If you don't, can somebody get me that number, AJ10? What is the number of Ryan Garcia's Instagram followers? Because it's insane. Yeah, it's hundreds of thousands of them on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Twitter. So that's big, bro. And one thing I don't think fighters utilize is this platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like this platform, like YouTube, they could post like, you know, sparring. Now, maybe not that because they don't want opponents to see, right? But, you know, training montages, something like that. And you know, they can use YouTube a little more. But I think he's done such a good job in terms of, you know, promoting himself on social media. I would like other fighters to do the same thing. What do you think of that?
Yeah, social media has definitely changed the game for boxing promotion, man. And I think even the promoters can do a better job of using social media of promoting these fights. You know, I know a lot of people that are always counting on me to let them know when fights are happening, and you know I do a pretty good job, but I think that themselves they can do a better job of getting these fights out there for people to know that they're coming up and to watch them. You know.
All right, definitely. Look at that, AJ fact checker. Look at that.
Ah, yeah.
You can't beat that. That's. I think that's great. By the way, if anybody has a fact check, all of a sudden you know what they got it, where they got it from. All right. Yeah, I think using the social media is a big deal, man, in my opinion. But you have any final thoughts on this Ryan Garcia Canelo kind of, you know, beef with Golden Boy Promotions? Do you think this is short-lived, or do you think this could be the beginning of a lot more trouble?
Oh, you know, right now it looks pretty bad. From what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. What do you think about Canelo? Like, since the September date is out, like, who do you think he should fight next and win? You know, I wouldn't mind, honestly. I know a lot of people aren't big on this, but I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Triple G again. I mean, I feel Triple G deserves a third fight. I mean, you know, they had a draw the first time. Canelo beat him the second time. Both fights were, you know, could have went either way. So, I mean, I feel like he deserves at least another shot, you know?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how that goes, man. All I'll say about what Canelo and Golden Boy, their statement is this. Why is everybody turning on the fights? Why is Kovalev turning on the fights? Why are these fights so hard to make?
Yeah.
That's a big question mark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because here's my thing, dude. Right? At the end of the day, they got guaranteed money anyway. Well, what do they care what Davinchenko's going to get paid by? They're not paying him. The zone's paying him.
Exactly.
Right? So that's the weird part. Like that's the part a lot of people I think are leaving out. Right? In my opinion. Okay? So that's that, man.
Yeah, I feel like they wasted a lot of time too with this Kovalev talk, and nothing came out of it, you know?
Right. This is not a fact, but AJ 10 does not want to see the Triple G fight again. I guess it's a fact that he doesn't want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not AJ 10, but it's still a fact check. Okay. And Ryan Garcia has
Wow.
3 million Instagram followers, bro.
Damn.
The fighter's got to
That's
step
crazy.
up, bro. Like, get your name out there in social media. Okay. Just don't act like a diva and agree to be in the pre-main event and then pull out. Okay.
Right.
Just don't do that, bro. Okay. Okay.
Go on there and do your thing and shine. Outshine outshine the main event, you know?
Absolutely. G-Funk, really quick, what were your thoughts on Roy Jones Jr. week last week?
Oh man, I loved it, man. Roy was one of my favorite fighters of all time, and I enjoyed listening to you guys talk about all the good fights and even the bad fights that Roy had. You know, and he had a lot towards the end of his career. But
you did.
You know, Roy was my boy, man, and I always rode with him, man. Except for when he fought my favorite fighter, which was Felix Trinidad. But you know, he worked Trinidad pretty good. But you know, it's all good, man. I still got love for Roy. I love his commentary too. You know, I don't know if he's gonna continue doing that with another company now that you know HBO is gone, but. You could tell he really liked doing it because I mean, he even got a little emotional in their last broadcast they had. So,
yeah, man,
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I want to see Roy get back commentate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he was a great commentator, really was. And the one thing Roy had is you can hear his passion for boxing, bro. Okay, and the one thing, man, Roy, you could tell. Speaking of Appreciation Week. Roy appreciated all fighters, you know, any style. He appreciated all of them, you know,
right?
And like he knew the strengths and weaknesses of all styles, and he spoke on that and highlighted the strengths a lot more. Now, next week's going to be a terrible week, bro. Okay, just a horrible week. But it's going to be a terrible week for El Terrible Morales starting August 9th to August 16th. I gotta have you on for one of those shows so we could talk some Erik Morales on Appreciation Week. But you know, just some quick thoughts of Erik Morales. What do you think about this upcoming Appreciation Week?
Oh man, like you said, it's gonna be terrible. But no, I enjoyed watching Morales fight every time he was in there. Although I'm gonna have to say right now that. When he did fight Barrera, I was always on Barrera. I always picked Barrera to beat him.
Okay, guys, I got an announcement. G-Funk is banned from the show. You'll never be back ever again. All right? In all seriousness, great trilogy. And a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the fights that Morales had. You know, like when he did something Barrera couldn't do, like beat Junior Jones, for example, or get a win over Pacquiao, and you know, stuff like that. But we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, and just really quickly here, make sure you guys jab that like button. Make sure you throw a jab at the like button right now. Let me tell you guys something. Okay, the jab sets everything up. Everything, the whole thing.
That's right.
It just sets everything up.
That's right. Every time, man. Use your jab. Like Floyd Senior would say, use your damn jab.
Use your jab, man. Okay? Use that jab. Utilize the jab. When you throw a jab at the like button, right? It sets up a right hand. Okay? It just sets up a right hand to the subscribe, uppercut to that bell button. That way you're notified every time DStyleBoxing comes on live, because we got all types of shows here on DStyleBoxing Live. Okay. By the way, go to the community page. The link is right there. Scroll down and vote on the polls, and you can book at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Pacific. We got weekend recap with Haplotype. We did that yesterday. Check that out. Mexican and Latino Tuesday with G-Funk. And look, here we are. Puncher's Chance with Ashy Knuckles, sometimes on Tuesdays as well. Calcast with Calix on Wednesday. And Thursday, we have DStyleBoxing conversations with Reggie Owens. And sometimes we got guys like Joe Habib on here that comes here and supports the channel. Speaking of that, make sure every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, you subscribe to the channel, Ringside Reporter. Have you checked them out? Have you checked out Ringside Reporter?
Oh, I've been subscribed to them for years, man. Ever since they came out, I've been subscribed to them. That's a good channel, man. Make sure you guys subscribe there.
Absolutely. Speaking of subscribing, okay, big shout out to the Cali Enigma. Okay, if you're not subscribed to Cali Enigma, what the hell is the matter with you? Go subscribe right now.
Jump on that. What's good, Cali?
Don't you dare show your face here if you're not subscribed to Cali. All right, but let me tell you what, man. Big support of the channel. He supports, the appreciation weeks and all that. Everyone can participate in appreciation week, okay, in your channels. You can do that. All right. And so shout out to Cali Enigma. Okay, and then of course you got AJ10. Roy lives for boxing. Absolutely. Bam Tweed with that wrench on deck. Those nunchucks made out of wrenches. Salute to the chat. At work, but I have to check out the chat. Good thing. I'm the boss, he says. Okay. No Triple G Canelo rematches Clifton Bronson. Okay. Saludos a Cali Enigma y Bam Bam. Says Haplata is really feeling the Latino.
Oh, he's in the mood. He's in the mood today, huh?
También Reggie. Hey, I could have if one of these days you can't come on. I got like Haplata's like half Puerto Rican, bro. I could have him here too. All right. All right. AJ10. G-Funk is blocked for life.
Yeah,
man. It's insane. Okay, what's up to Reggie Owens? By the way, go subscribe to Reggie Owens.
Sub up.
Right? He'll do a lot of late night videos, and even if you're asleep, man, catch his stuff on archive. Okay, support the guy, man. He's out here doing his thing, and that's going to be on Thursday. By the way, remember to subscribe and hit that. Make sure jab that like button. Make sure it turns blue. That show will be on Thursday. I will see you guys then for that. But right now, we're going to have to do a prospect watch is what we're going to do. All right? Joseph Blessed Hands Orozco, bro.
The Blessed Hands. I like that name, man. I like that one.
It's in the lightweight division, orthodox. According to BoxRec, he's ranked 142 in the world right now, number 22 in the United States. He's 13-0. 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout that gives him 85% knockout ratio. It is important to note, however, that he's never fought past I believe it's 6 rounds. He never fought past 4 in 2007. Well, we'll get to that, but first, orthodox. He's 5'6". He turned pro at 17 years old. He wanted to. I saw an interview of his where he said, "I wanted to turn pro immediately." He did not want to stay in the amateurs long. He made that decision from 17 years old, bro. I mean, that's how they like. He's dedicated to this. He comes from a boxing family. He has some brothers in the amateurs. I mean, he was born in Union City, New Jersey, bro. Okay, like that just sounds like you're tough. Right?
Sounds like a boxing town, huh?
Right. It just sounds like you're tough. Right now, he resides in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Okay. He just started doing 8-rounders. He's never been past 6 rounds. So even though he doesn't, keep in mind, he's never gone a distance. He's not quite there yet. He's only like, the dude's only like 21 years. He's only 21. He's 20 years old. Blessed hands. Okay. In 2017, okay, he fought 4 times. They were all 4-rounders. Okay. Knocked all his dudes out. I think maybe 1 went decision. In 2018, bro, he had 6 fights. Okay. 2 were 4-rounders and 4 of them were 6-rounders. In 2019, he's fought twice so far, 1 6-rounder, which went the distance, and 1 8-rounder, but he stopped his opponent in the 2nd round. All right. As I mentioned, he has he's come from a boxing family. He's only 20 years old. What are some of your thoughts, man, of what you've seen from Joseph Adorno? Is this a name people got to keep an eye on?
Yeah, I think so, man. From what I've seen, he's so far he's living up to his name, the Blessed Hands. He's got real good speed. He's shown good power also. But what I really like and what I look for in these young fighters is I like to look at the feet and how they keep in position to punch. And he's very well set up in his stance. He's very well balanced. I like that too. He's shown, I think he had one of his knockouts. He stopped a guy to the body with a nice body shot. So that's always a good thing to see in young fighters. A lot of these young guys, especially when I go to local shows here, man, they all like to headhunt.
Yeah.
earlier in their career, but he's shown that he can throw some good body shots too. And I think he's definitely someone to keep an eye on, man. The blessed hands, man. Be on the lookout for him. He's quick and he's got good pop in those hands too.
And look, a lot of people talk a lot, okay? And El Jefe says, Robert Garcia says, Adorno fights very similar to Miguel Cotto. I do see some of those similarities, especially the his body work. Okay, the hook to the body really sticks out to me, right? First of all, this kid, man, a nice high guard, really tight, very disciplined. Very rarely do I see him lower his right hand when he throws that jab. Very rarely. You know what I mean? I seen guys that have been boxing for years, elite fighters that constantly drop their hand, all right, when they fight with that high guard. So this guy looks like he's been doing it for years, and he has. He's been fighting since he was 6 years old, all right? 200 plus amateur fights, bro. And he turned pro at 17, all right? Now, he does have that. A lot of amateurs have this problem. But I'm noticing fight after fight, it's going away where he backs up. You know when they back up and they raise their hands up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they have this bad habit of backing up and they raise their hands in the air for some reason. I don't know what that is, okay? But it's going away. It's going away. Very rarely do I see this kid square up. He does not, I repeat, he does not stop and admire his work. Okay, despite the fact that he hurts dudes to the body. Okay, he is ready to, ignite another punch. All right? Reloading is not hard for him whatsoever. He reloads. See, he's got as soon as he throws a combination, that magazine is reloaded. He's ready to throw again. I couldn't believe this kid was 20 years old when I saw him fight. I couldn't believe it. I was watching him fight like, dude, this guy... his guard is tight. His offense is good. His jab is solid and stiff. The jab is not telegraphed. His right hand is something special. Okay, I know you say you pay attention to his feet, but what do you think of his hands, bro? Those blessed hands.
Yeah, the blessed hands look nice, man. I like I said, what I seen. The quickness and the power, and also, like you said, the jab, man. He does a good, solid jab, keeps the nice, high, tight guard. He's very textbook, man, and that's good, man. I like to see that in young fighters. Like you said, a lot of them like to do, things that you're not supposed to do, but this guy looks well disciplined, man. And you say he's been fighting since he was 6 years old, so he grew up in the gym, man. So he's
200 amateur fights, bro.
Yeah, man. He's solid, man. You have that many amateur fights, man. You know how to box, man.
I want to make sure people listen to what I'm saying. 200 amateur fights. Okay, this is what he said, by the way. I'm just making sure this is what he said. Okay, maybe some of those were novice. I don't know, but he's been doing it since he was 6 years old, bro. Okay, but nonetheless, he turned pro at 17. They're moving. He has a lot of people talk a lot of shit about Top Rank, including myself, dude. Okay. But to me, they're the best in the business, okay, with rising stars. Okay. If maybe you shouldn't stick around with Top Rank once you're an established name. Okay. But when nobody knows who the hell you are and you want to get built up, if you want the best matchmakers, Top Rank's the way to go. So I don't know if this is just the matchmaking, but holy, this kid looks good, bro. Okay. I've done other prospect watches. All right. And I given dudes 10% chance, 20% chance of being a world champion. I'm giving this kid, look at this, I wrote it down, 99% chance of being a future world champion, right? And I'm not giving it 100 because you never know in life what happens. Okay, I don't know, he gets shot in the leg walking somewhere, I don't know. Okay, an accident happened. But if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, this guy is a future star, all right? And Puerto Rico will have something to be. This kid is good, bro. Like he's the goods, right? Now, obviously, there's things we don't know. We don't know how he's going to act when somebody hits him with a big shot, like a puncher, right? We don't know how his punch resistance is quite yet. But the one thing he is fluid. His combinations vary, and it's hard to believe that he's only 20 years old. Okay,
yeah, he fights like a veteran, man. That's
I
for
think
sure.
he's like, people are gonna think I'm crazy. I think he looks better than Canelo did at 20 years old.
Oh,
I
absolutely,
I followed
absolutely.
Canelo when Canelo was 20 years old. Right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I
He's
agree with
that
that for
good.
sure. I
Well,
agree with that
after
for
we
sure.
can say, look at this dude. Like I was like, all right, okay, I'll do okay after a weekend, I'll do it. But this guy's good, bro. Remember the name, right? What chances do you give him of, you know,
I think, yeah. I
world
mean,
champion?
99 from D Style, that's pretty high, man. But yeah, I'm gonna be right around that, man. I think he looks very, very good. Like you said, man, 20 years old, and he's been in the gym pretty much his whole life, and he looks very, very solid and very, very ready. He's ready to take that next step. But like you said, we got to see how he does against, a big puncher. We got to see how he's able to take shots.
Right.
There's a lot to be said, but from what we see right now, man, he's looking pretty nice.
Right. Look at that Afro-Rican in the house. Okay, I don't know if he just came in, but he could always go back. Okay. Well, look. Oh, fair enough. Look, this kid's a future world champion, bro. I know a future world champion when I see one, right? Like, I'm just as confident as I was when I was calling Canelo future world champion, right? Way back. I'm not new to prospect watches, okay? And I'm telling you guys, he's the goods, okay?
Right. And like
Now,
you said
granted,
before, man, it's
yeah,
easy to get belts, with so many sanctioning bodies we got, So yeah, I think 99 is reasonable, man.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's that good, man. And let's say tell you what, I'll do 95%. Okay, 95%. How about that? Right? I guess you never know. No. Okay, Afro-Rican, but yes, AJ10 or somebody fact check it. Is Puerto Rico still without a world champion?
Oh,
Is Puerto Rico still like not have a champion right now? Anybody know?
that's a very good question.
I don't think they do, bro. Oh man, that's kind of that laugh sounded bad. I didn't mean to laugh like that. Okay, chill.
Oh, man. I think Africa says we don't. Ooh, man.
Oh man, bro.
Well,
I need AJ to type it. So I could use it.
we
Look
might
at that.
have one. Oh, man.
Look at that. I'm gonna make this shit flash. I'm gonna make it flash. All right, look at that. Come on, Puerto Rico, step your game up, bro. We can't have Mexico can't have a rivalry with Puerto Rico if you guys don't have any champions.
Right, man.
Right?
Those are some of the best fights, man.
You guys gotta pick it up a little bit. I'm just saying, bro. All right, I'm just saying. By the way, throw a jab at the like button. Throw a jab at that like button. We got a big fight, bro. We got a big fight. It may not be big in terms of, popular with casual fans or even some boxing fans, but people are sleeping on this fight. Vergil, okay, against Antonio Orozco, bro.
Good
Vergil
fight.
Ortiz.
Good fight, man. I like it. I think it's a good test for.
Well, just to kind of go really quick, Vergil Ortiz, 13-0, 13 knockouts, 100% knockout ratio. Okay, destroyed Mauricio Herrera in his last fight.
Yeah.
Destroyed him, bro. Okay, he just annihilated him. Right, he's ranked 51 in the world according to BoxRec, 12 in the U.S. Orozco's 20th in the world and 3 in Mexico. He's ranked higher. Vergil Ortiz, by the way, from the state of Texas. I'm just saying. Okay, right. But I can't get over how we destroyed Mauricio Herrera, and he destroyed him to the body, bro. Okay. And then, of course, Orozco, his only defeat was to Jose Ramirez. Ramirez clearly won that fight, but it was a good fight.
Good, tough fight, yeah.
Too soon for Vergil Ortiz? You think it's too soon, or you think he's the goods and they feel confident he's going to win this fight? What do you think?
Goods, man, and I honestly think he can stop him, man. It might be late, but I think he's going to stop him. Orozco, though, he's good, man. Like you said, he had a very good fight against Jose Ramirez. But Ortiz, I think he spars with Ramirez down there in the Garcia camp. So he's going to get a lot of good tips from Ramirez because he's already been in the ring with them. But I just think that Ortiz, he's fast. He has good power. He sits down on his punches very good, man. We've seen that in the Herrera fight, man, and his jab is good. But I like the way that he figured out Herrera as quickly as he did, because he's not an easy guy to get in there and look good against. He's made a lot of guys look bad, Herrera. But Ortiz went in there and figured it out right away and got him out of there right away.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's gonna do it with Orozco the way he did Herrera, but I think that he's winning. I think he's gonna win big, man. I like Vergil Ortiz, man. I really do. I think he's, like you said, man, he's got the goods, and I think he should win and win impressively Saturday, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Look, Josecito Lopez, I want to give credit to ES News, Ali Sepak, for once.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
but he did an interview with Josecito Lopez, who sparred both guys. By the way, shout out to Afro Rican with a $1.99 super chat to the DStyleBoxing Fund. Much appreciated, bro. And I'm looking at the comment. A lot of people picking Ortiz by KO. I mean, this is a kid with 13 fights, fighting a veteran, Antonio Orozco. They're picking a kid get to win by knockout. Okay. He said basically he gave all the advantages to Vergil Ortiz, bro. Like, who hits harder, Vergil Ortiz, faster, Vergil Ortiz, better defense, slightly, Vergil Ortiz, even though I think he's being kind to Orozco there. Orozco not, good tight guard, but the one thing that I really like about this kid, man, is just it's just like his guard. He varies his guard. Okay, he varies the guard. Okay, so just to kind of explain what I mean by that. All right, let me. I'm trying to get this thing out of the screen so people could see me. All right, and there we go. Okay, what I mean by that. Okay, well, what I mean by the whole high guard. So he will vary the guard. Like when he's up close, he'll lean down and he's got the guard up here, but he leans down, right? Good upper waist movement, man. Just mueve la cadera. You know what I mean? He does have really good movement on his hips, really good there, and high guard. And then when he's at mid range, he's got the guard right here. Okay, he doesn't have it up high. And I don't like it when guys have guards this high. It's kind of like a more of a European kind of style to have it at mid-range like that, because you're exposing yourself to the body. And your hands are also further from the body. Okay? So he's got the guard right here when they're in mid-range, dude, and he's so good, man. Because it's just enough time to raise the hands if you come up top against them, or just to lower the head. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he uses the elbows very nicely, really good at blocking body shots. He was just destroying Herrera in the fight I saw. Okay, just destroying him. Dude, the body shots, bro, are devastating. Devastating. Okay, his combinations varied. Okay, something Haplotype said about Jose Ramirez last week was, he's like what do you call it? Like a jazz musician, because you just don't know the combination he's gonna throw. And I don't blame people for picking him to basically knock out Orozco. I don't blame him. Even though Orozco's no slouch, 28-1 with 17 knockouts. His only loss to Jose Ramirez, bro, went the distance with Ramirez. And people are picking a 13-0 dude to win by knockout. But when you watch him, you don't blame him.
Right.
Tells you something. Okay.
I like them,
international gloves, more experience than people. Well, I'm talking about, pro, but I got you. A good fact, though. That's a good fact. Okay? Vergil can box also. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, Vergil's a really good boxer. He's really good at mid-range, really good on the inside. He doesn't have the same stance when he's inside or outside. Very fluid. His transition from offense to defense is very nice.
Very good.
Really good right hand. Okay, so I think that's the one thing and he has really solid 3 punch combinations. So does Orozco, though. Orozco has a really good like body shot, and then he comes upstairs with so can't sleep on him.
No, absolutely not.
But
Yeah.
I got Vergil. People are gonna hate me because I'm playing safe, but I got Vergil Ortiz going the distance for the first time. I got this going decision. How do you have it?
I'm gonna pick Ortiz by knockout, man. I think that style that Orozco has is almost perfect for him, man. I think he's gonna land something nice and big, and he's gonna go out, man. I just got that feeling. I don't
Man,
usually predict knockouts too often,
right.
man, but from looking at the way that Orozco comes in sometimes, I think he's gonna run into something big, man, and it's not gonna end well for him.
It's not gonna end well.
No.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know, man. I think it's interesting to me. Okay, for those that want to know, hey, how can I watch this fight, man? The fight's on the zone, guys. Okay, you guys make sure you catch this fight on the zone. You can watch it there. It is a Golden Boy card, but at the end of the day, man, I think this is a good fight. This is a good fight, right?
Good fight,
And
man.
I'm looking forward to this one. Virgil Ortiz is going to be 14-0 after this. I just think it's it. If he knocks out Orozco the way some dudes are saying, man, like I'm gonna be so impressed. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like it's not even funny, right? But
I think he's gonna do it, man. I really do, man. I like him. I think he's got a bright future, man. I really do. And like I said, he's down there. He's sparring with Ramirez, who's already fought this guy and beat
right.
this guy. So I think it's there for him, man. He just got to go out there and take care of business.
Absolutely, and make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button, right? Make sure you do that. It helps support the channel. Okay, it gives the channel more visibility. That's why I say it sets everything up on YouTube just like it does on boxing. Look at that, beautiful 27 likes right now. Let's get a 30 likes. All right. With that said, we got another topic to talk about, bro. Because my Sharpie wrote down one more thing, right? That's well, actually, before I move on, I'm sorry. Do you have any final thoughts, bro, on this really good, solid fight, man? Old line, new line. What do you think? Whoa.
Just tune in, man, because I think it's going to be explosive for the rounds that it goes. I think there's going to be some moments where Orozco does, do some damage, land some shots on Ortiz,
Oh,
but I don't think it's going to matter, man. I think he's going to be able to take those shots, and I think he's going to be able to get him out of there, man. But it's going to be a good fight, man. Tune in, man. These guys, these are the best fights to watch. I mean, everybody gets excited for the pay-per-views, but these young guys, man, they're hungry, man. So they're
they're
gonna go in
hungry.
there. They're gonna go in there and go after it, man. These are the ones you got to watch, man. And I do my best to get more casual fans to watch these kind of fights. So you guys in the chat, do the same, man. Get your buddies to get them together. Watch this fight, man, because this is gonna be a good one, man. And they're young, hungry guys, man. So you got to watch them.
Oh wait, shout out to 11. Look, Vergil was sparring Misael Rodriguez for this. Is that the dude that beat Shakur Stevenson in the gold medal match?
Ooh,
Is that who that is? Can I get a fact check?
AJ10.
I need an excuse to use a fact checker. All right. Can I get a fact check on that, or am I just flat wrong? All right. Am I just wrong about that?
I don't know, man. Let's see what AJ's got to say about it.
Carne asada, modelos en boxing. Remove the modelo and put like Dos Equis, and I'm down. Okay, like I'm in all the way.
Hey, cerveza, any kind of cerveza that you like, man. That's perfect. That's a perfect night right there, man. You got.
Okay, then I was wrong. My bad. Rodriguez is the Mexican, 160 pounds, bro.
Wow, big.
What's the name of the? Because I need to check him out, bro. I saw the gold medal match, but I never seen any other footage of him. I know he's making his professional debut. What is the name? Can I get the name of the dude making his professional debut, the Cuban fighter? I don't know why I thought that was him, but that's okay. Shout out to my boy G Funk. Look at that. You're getting a shout out.
That's my boy right there, man. What's good, David?
So that okay, I know why I don't know. I guess it Okay. That's him. Robesi Ramirez. Is that the Cuban fighter? All right.
Yeah.
AJ, I need to use the banner, bro. Okay. Like, it needs to get used right now. Where's AJ at? Okay.
Send out the Amber Alert, man. He's missing.
Yeah, he's searching it right now. Like, what did he say? Anyway, Juan Brown Roby is a beast. Yeah, he's pretty good. I saw him. The only time I saw him was in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So if that's the Cuban fighter, okay. Look at that. Look at this. I kind of messed it up because I already put the thing up, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I already look at this. Look at that. Robesi Ramirez. Look, he even found the full name. Beat Stevenson in the gold medal match. Okay, there you go. All right. There we go. Good stuff. All right. I don't know who he signed with. To be honest, I don't even know if he's on the undercard of the Zone or the ESPN card. But we'll get to that, guys. Okay, we will get to that. I want to ask you, man, Chief Funk. Last topic of the day before we wrap this up. Andy Ruiz, bro. All right. Andy Ruiz and AJ, they're teasing about how there's a neutral site. Apparently, Andy Ruiz already told Joe Rogan, but he did say it was not going to be in the UK. What do you think's happened here? What, like in this fight? What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's a little weird, man. Especially after hearing all the talk from Eddie Hearn trying to flex a muscle over there, talking about how Ruiz has got to come here. He knows better, right. Or I don't know if he was contractually obligated or whatever, like he tried to say. But now we're hearing something different from Anthony Joshua, who's saying something about I'll fight him in Tijuana and he can have his uncle as the referee and I'll beat him. Well, guess what? You fought him here,
right?
So let's just let's calm that down, right away. But yeah, if it didn't matter where the fight was, then the fight would have already been made by now. Ruiz, honestly, he has no business going over to the UK after all that stuff that's been going on there. He'd be silly to do that, but honestly, I don't think that's going to happen, man. But then I hear Joshua's also saying that he owes it to his fans to fight back in his hometown too. So I was like, well, what is it? You want to fight him in Tijuana or do you want to fight him at home? He's just all over the place, man. But honestly, I don't think he wants to fight here. I think Joshua wants to fight at home because he just didn't look. He looked scared to me, fighting here for the first time in New York. But either way, I'm rolling with Ruiz. Honestly, I just don't think Joshua can beat him, man. I think Andy Ruiz could probably stop him again. But let's just get this thing done, man. I'm sick and tired of hearing the back and forth. Let's get it done. Yeah, like AJ just said right now. Hey, New York is neutral. Let's do it.
Hey, man. David Garcia saying Joshua by KO, bro.
Oh yeah, we gonna have to take a bet on that one, man. I'm taking my boy Ruiz.
That's interesting. Eddie Hearn, Neutral Natural says Eddie Hearn always say one thing and something else always happens.
Yeah.
Almost every time. Well, what do you think of this? I have not heard this, but it sounds reasonable. From El Jefe. Toronto or Montreal? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would do that if I was Ruiz, but better than fighting over in the UK, that's for sure.
Right. Well, look at that. A lot of people saying Staples Center, Canada. I mean, goddamn, everybody's just saying different things. Okay.
What about Vegas? What about Vegas?
Is Vegas? It's to me, it's always been considered.
Return to the scene of the crime.
Neutral, New York, return to the scene of the crime. Yeah,
I like that.
The only scene of a crime is what Dillian White did over there in the UK using illegal gloves. Okay?
Oh, terrible.
Absolutely. Look, Dennis Ward wants it back in New York. LFA also have feeling he's going to win. Trilogy in the making. Interesting. Okay. Garcia says make it in Vegas. Will you go to Staples Center, bro? Will you go?
You know what? It's a possibility, man. It's a possibility. If they announce the fight is in California, man, I might just have to roll out there.
Right. AJ needs to work on not getting hit with left hooks. That's everyone's money punch. The right hands, bro. AJ is like metal, and right hands are like magnets, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's just yes, left hooks as well, but dude, I'm telling you, the right hands. Takam, Povetkin, Klitschko, a lot of dudes hit him with those right hands.
Landed a lot of them, yeah.
Parker, caught him with a really good right hand, and then they have to fix the tape, right? So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think Joshua.
Hey, I don't know who that dude is, bro. I don't want to see that dude. Somebody ban that guy. That's that. Look at this. Look, I'll do it right now, but okay, I'll do it right now. But that's strike 2. Okay, if that guy comes again, he's gone. All right. Cornbread, of course, it matters where the fight is. Both sides should be quarreling over locations. Just hope the rematch ends with a KO whoever wins.
Oh, it will.
Nah, Cornbread's just bloodthirsty, bro. He just wants to see a knockout. He wants to see somebody get fucked up. I already know. Right, AJ10. Las Vegas is considered neutral. In fact, that's such a great comment. I'm going to say it's an AJ fact check. What do you think?
Yeah.
Vegas. I got to get another fact check. It doesn't say AJ, so whenever someone else fact checks, but Vegas is pro Mexican.
Texas, I'd say more, but
I don't know. But Vegas is like Cali, Vegas, or Texas, all Califas would travel to Las Vegas, is el jefe.
I'll be there, man.
I think Mexicans are going to travel to that fight regardless, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, anywhere in the States. How many Mexicans does it take to beat Pacquiao? Just Juan. I'll tell you, Pete, it's not just Juan, bro.
Don't forget about the terrible. The terrible got him.
All right. Right? It's going to be a terrible week next week. All right, so let's not count him out, bro. Let's not count him out now. All right. If AJ is the truth, the venue should not matter.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Stop talking and get in the ring, man. Let's do it.
Facts, bro. Facts. Okay. AJ Ruiz 2 is the biggest fight of 2019. It's huge, bro.
Absolutely.
G-Funk, if he wins that rematch, if he wins a rematch, who's the biggest Mexican boxing star? Canelo or Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz Jr. Definitely, man. Definitely. If he stops him again, oh my gosh, man, it'd be crazy. This guy will own the freaking boxing world, man.
Right.
No doubt about it. I just think he's gonna beat him again, especially if they do an immediate rematch. I think the things that Joshua needs to fix, you can't do in just one training camp, man. You just can't. And Ruiz gonna take advantage of that again, man. I think if they fight immediately, he's gonna stop him again, man. So hey, let's get him in there.
Man, absolutely, man. This is great. By the way, I do want to kind of put it out there. I've had G-Funk here, for several, Tuesdays and stuff. What is this, the third one or fourth? I forget.
Yeah, I think the third, yeah.
The third. So I've had G-Funk here a couple times, but I can't guarantee this every Tuesday or all the time. But if there's ever a Tuesday where I have more time, like an hour and a half or 2 hours, I'll definitely like to do a panel. So there's a lot of Latino channels out there trying to get your name out and stuff like that. You're always welcome to email me at DStyleBoxing. Okay. In fact, let me just write that down right now. That's DStyleBoxing at gmail.com. You guys can always email me there, so we could always have a panel here and stuff like that and make this interesting, especially if you have a channel. G-Funk, tell everyone where they could find you.
G-Funky84 Boxing here on YouTube, man. Subscribe. Want to give thanks to my brother D-Style for having me on his platform again for the third week. I do appreciate it, man. And let's get some more channels on here, man. Do a panel discussion. I think that would be cool, man.
Definitely, man. Look at AJ with the facts, bro. Like the facts don't stop. Look at this. The facts don't stop. Let me just go over some quick comments here. AJ needs judges on his side. Vegas, whoever brings the cash. Yeah, that's who's favored. By the way, every time 92 AQ, like I start hearing the Lannister song in the background. Okay, like I think somebody's gonna and dude, right? Because I have dire wolves, bro. Like I feel like someone's gonna stab me and send their regards or some shit. Okay, it's just saying.
Big Red was still
Ruiz has the advantage of being on free TV, and I'm trying to understand what you mean by that, El Jefe. Ruiz has the advantage with it being on free TV. Like you mean like more is at stake when it's pay per view or something like that? More money involved? I don't know. For heavyweight bouts, it's we read that. Big Red would still be the biggest Mexican star. I don't know, man. Ruiz will snatch those dates so fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's Canelo going to do? What is Canelo going to do?
He's going to blame the IBF, bro.
No, what's he going to do? Like, no, dame, por favor, yo quiero pelear por mis fans.
Like, I need it for my fans, man.
Ruiz going to say, well, make me give up the dates. Make me, Canelo.
That's right.
I got you. I see what you mean now. I apologize. He means being more popular than Canelo. You know, he was featured like on. If you want to, I still think it's pay per the view. But I get what you're saying. But they're both on the zone, though. You know, both guys.
They should fight in a stadium. Hey,
they should fight in a stadium.
Hey, ATT Stadium. ATT Stadium, right there in Texas, man.
WBO. Gonna strip, or do you think they're gonna end up stripping Ruiz, bro?
I don't know. That's a whole nother issue there, but I hope not, man.
Yeah, man. I hope they don't strip him either, bro. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all. Make sure you throw a jab at that like button. You did tune in to DStyleBoxing Live here with G-Funk. This has been, all right, this right here. All right. What? All right. This has been yet another edition of Mexican Latino Tuesday. G-Funk, last words.
Hey guys, just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting D-Style and my channel. And watch these fights, man. These young guns on Saturday. It's gonna be a good fight, man.
Absolutely. Hey, this is DStyleBoxing. If you came in late, catch the rest on archive. And what do we say?
Keep it boxing.
All right. That's right. Peace out, everybody.